Hi there, this is Wendy with Ask the Landlady, and I'm here to give you all the tips and tricks so that you can make money in real estate investing. Question I had today is from somebody who already owns a house and they're renting it, and they said, I'd like to do some more, but I think it's turning into a business. Do I need to make it into a business, and how do I go about doing that? And so my first question was, your property that you're renting out, what name do you have it in? They said it was in their personal name. So no. Stop right now. If you own a house that you are renting out, or apartment building or whatever, and you have your personal name on that deed, stop what you're doing right now. You need to listen and go forth and do it very quickly. You need to set up a LLC, a limited liability corporation, right away. Once you get that done, you need to do a quick claim deed and get that property put into that entity's name. Because if you were to have a lawsuit, God forbid, something happens and somebody tries to come in and sue you, right now they can go after your personal assets, your cars, your boats, your motorcycle, your other house that you actually live in, whatever. Somebody can try to attack that because that's all owned by the same entity, which is you. So you want to set up a separate entity that's going to take care of your business, that's only going to own that property and only have those assets there. So if somebody slips and falls on that property and they try to sue, or a dog bite or whatever, it's only that entity that we're dealing with, not everything else that you may own. A lot of savvy landladies take each property they buy and put in a separate LLC, or sometimes they'll take 4 properties and dump them into an LLC. And there's a lot of other options out there. You can do land trusts, and you can do S corporation, C corporation, all sorts of different crazy ways that people, rich IRAs that people use to fund and purchase real estate. I think the most simplest one that I'm going to stick with right now is the LLC, the Limited Liability Corporation. And so, first of all, there's some consideration here. First of all, you need to check out the laws of your state. Some states do not have very business-friendly practices with LLCs, so you may want to actually have an LLC in Delaware. I actually have several LLCs that are we use that route of being established in Delaware because they are so pro-business and have a lot of advantages that might help you. So that's something you're going to want to look at your laws and maybe talk to your little local attorney or your friends that are already doing real estate where you are and see what they have to say. Number 2, check with your accountant. If you have other business interests and other things going on, they might want to steer you in a different direction towards that S corporation or C corporation because of what else you have going on, which I don't know. But again, I think if it's just you and buying some properties, the LLC is the way to go. So number 3, another consideration I think you should think about before you go out and go forth with this LLC is you can go on LegalZoom or another internet site and create this very simply. But my recommendation is to look to the community where you live and find a good attorney. Find somebody who you're going to be able to work with for the long haul that's going to answer some simple questions for you about real estate. If you have a problem with a tenant, that will be able to take care of evictions. If you get big enough, you will have to do an eviction. And they can take care of all those things. They can take your deeds and change them if you've already bought property in your personal name and need to switch it into the LLC. And they can also do a simple operating agreement, which not all states require to be filed, but the banks want to see them. If you're going to borrow money through your entity, you're going to have some of that type of paperwork. So my recommendation is to not try to be cheap about this. Believe me, I'm a landlady. I count my money. I count the pennies. I scrimp and save. Talk to my people. They're like, Wendy, you're so cheap. But not when it comes to legal advice and accounting advice and the important things. You have to spend money there. So ask around your community for somebody who's already doing some of this type of law for your other landladies and landlords locally, and negotiate a price for them to set up some LLCs for you. You might want to have more if you're going to keep buying properties. You're going to need more than one, and that will do a cheaper hourly rate to just answer some simple tenant and landlady law. I don't know why they say tenant and landlord law in Ohio, because there's a lot of us landladies that's going to look at those types of laws and answer those questions as they come up. So again, if you have property in your own personal name, go out and set up an LLC. And the considerations that I want you to remember is to check on the laws of your state, check with your accountants, and don't try to do it yourself. get a professional to set this stuff up for you. So that's all for today. Hit subscribe so I can keep giving you some great information about how to make some money in real estate and how to set things up so it's easier for you in the long run. And also follow me on all my social media sites. It's Ask the Landlady everywhere on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I have a book coming out soon and you're going to want to read it because it gives you all the secret information that you want to know to do about real estate. And I also have a great spreadsheet, Does the Deal Work, that you can go to my website, www.askthelandlady.com, and hit me up and I will be glad to get you a copy of that so that you can go out and make some money too. Thanks and have a great day.